Hey guys, it's Randy here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the etrailer replacement hub for the number 84 spindle, generally 3,500 pound axles is what you're going to be looking at there. Now this is going to be a 1/2 inch wheel stud variety hub, and it has a 5 on 5.5 inch bolt pattern. You can see this one happens to be the easy lube style, but it's also going to be available with a standard dust cap. It's going to have the round flange all the way around. Now this is going to be just about the perfect replacement for your 3,500 pound axle. If you need that 5 on 5.5, gives us an entirely new hub, new bearings, new seal, new cap for the end, new lug nut. So essentially, by putting this on a good quality spindle, the axle is rebuilt. You've got brand new everything coming through here, with the exception of like the axle nut and the washer there, but just gets everything running back nice and smooth. You head down the road safely knowing you're not going to be building a bunch of heat. Now the thing that's kind of different about this one than what we see out of a lot of the other ones is that this one's going to come pre-greased with marine grade grease. So even in boat trailer applications, won't have any issues. That marine grade grease is better than the standard red grease in the sense that it just helps prevent that moisture and that corrosion from getting inside. Now when working with customers, they often ask me basically two questions. What kind of spindle does it fit? And that's the number 84 spindle. And what tire size can I use it with? And this is going to be good for anywhere from 14 up to 17.5 inch tires. As far as the quality, it's really good quality. This is going to be right in line with, I think we've got a couple of these from Dexter, the standard or the easy lube design as well. And in choosing between one or the other, I would go with this one simply because it comes pre-greased already. Outside of that, they're going to be just about identical. That one looks more like a star. This one has the full circle to it, and that's 6 one, half a dozen the other. That really doesn't change a whole lot. So in choosing between the two, I think I'd save a little bit of money and I'd go with this one, especially since I didn't have to do that extra work of getting it greased. And it gets excellent reviews. Customers tell me all the time that they keep these handy just in case they have a failure or something. It's easy to get it out and throw it on and get you back on the road. So I don't think you'll have any issues with it. Excellent quality product that will last you years and years. Now to begin our installation process, of course we want to get our hub and everything out of our package. But we also need to get our old hub off of our old spindle. Basically you'll just have a keeper here on the end with a nut and a washer behind it. You see, those are the three things that we need to keep. That's specific to the axle, not necessarily to the hub. So we're going to keep those things. Sometimes this can be a castle nut, and you'll have a cotter pin that slides through. In this situation, I just use a small screwdriver to pop this off. If you have a cotter pin, a pair of needle nose is probably better, but this and a dead blow hammer is really all you're going to need to take care of your installation. Now as far as the box goes and it being pre-greased, that adds to that being able to kind of keep it as a backup. If you're long hauling or if you drag your trailer a lot of miles, you can have issues with hubs sometimes. Sometimes they just fail. By having this, you just throw it right back on there. I think it's pretty convenient. The box is pretty nice and strong, almost like it's got a plastic material to it. I certainly wouldn't leave it outside. You also have the bag it's wrapped up in there. That's to help keep dirt and debris from getting in. And then when we pull it out of there, you're going to see it's going to be capped off on both sides. Got our seal pre-installed here on the back, along with our bearing properly packed. And if we rotate that to the front and pull that off, you'll see our pre-greased bearing right there. Now this one, if you as you go to put it on your spindle, this one can cause you some issue. It can want to pop out, so just keep a thumb on that. From this point, it's ready to go right on. Just going to ease it on, kind of get everything lined up as we go. Squeeze it till it seats like that. Then we can slide on our washer there. Get our nut threaded on. What I like to do here is take my channel locks. I want to put some good pressure on this. I want to make sure I get everything seated really well. Then we can always back it off to release a little bit of that tension. I got that seated really well. You can see it's kind of got that bound just a little bit. And now we just come off just a touch. Freeze that up really nicely. There's no in and out movement, which is really what we want. And then it's just time to put our keeper back on. Now, if it's a cotter pin situation, you put your cotter pin back on. This one, that little tab lines up with that flat spot there. It snaps on just like that. Now, depending on which kit you got, whether that's the standard or the easy lube, it's time to get your dust cap put on. The hub, you can see it's got a little beveled edge there, and our cap also does. We just want to kind of get that aligned in that bevel, and then it's just a matter of kind of gently starting it. You see that I got this side in a little bit too far, so I need to take that out. We get that bottom edge started like that, and then we just tap it in to where it comes in nice and flush. And once we've got that on, of course, it's time to put our tire back on, but our axle's ready for use. And as you can see, having this pre-greased assembly is going to save you a lot of that work packing, or if you get into a little bit longer hauls, I think this is a great thing to have on hand in case you have some kind of failure. Simple tools and a jack, you can get it back on your trailer, you can get it back in service. So all in all, this type of axle, number 84 spindle, definitely one I'd own.